Well, good evening, everyone. It's that time again. It is our continuing education night. And I am Diana Hinkle, bringing you more education on using your essential oils. Tonight, what are we talking about? Tonight is Citrus Bliss. This is a citrus blend, hint to its name. And we are going to find out more about this little bottle of oil, which I absolutely love the smell of this, and find out what it's truly all about. So again, thanks for joining me. We are not here to cure, treat, diagnose anything. We are here to give you, I am here to give you some information and help you along the way with your journey using essential oils. I've been doing this for over 10 years now, and it's been an incredible journey, and I love what I do. And I appreciate everyone along the way that I meet and those that I can help that actually have no hope left. So tonight, let's talk about Citrus Bliss. Now, this blend is obviously, it's a doTERRA blend. It's actually created so that you can use it aromatically and you can use it topically. Now, some will tell you that don't let anybody know, but the reason that you cannot use this internally, they say, is because it has a vanilla absolute in this product. So they say too much vanilla absolute can actually not be very beneficial for you. So this is something that you want to stray away from. Not that if you were to ingest something of this, it's not going to kill you. Just let you know that, okay? So what does this invigorating blend do for us? Well, first off, it's take the lid off, put some in your hand, put a drop in your hand, rub it around, and smell. It's a beautiful blend with many different essential oils, wild orange being one of them. And you have lemon, you have, I'll read everything to you. So you have wild orange, you have lemon, you have grapefruit, you have Mandarin Orange, you have Bergamot, you have Tangerine, Clementine, and then the vanilla absolute. So it gives it just that little bit of richness with all those citrus essential oils. It's very invigorating, right? Yes, it is. Very invigorating. So what do you use it for? What can you use it for besides putting it on you and smelling good, right? There are many ways to use this. You can use it back of your neck. You can put it behind your ears as a perfume. You can put it on your pulse point so that you can smell it through the day. You can, now, it won't last all day, just so you know this. You can put it on the bottom of your feet. Why would we want to do that? Let's get into that. First, if you're putting it anywhere around your head, then you're going to smell it, right? Pulse points, yes, you'll be able to, just like if you would perfume. Where do you put perfume? Same thing. Why would we put it on the bottom of our feet? So if we happen to have a sensitivity to any essential oil, we can put it at the bottom of our feet because that's our biggest force, and it will get to where it's going no matter what. You can get it into the bloodstream. Very good for if you don't have that boost of energy and you just need something to invigorate yourself and get you up and moving. This can help with that. If you're just at the end of the day, you've had work was overwhelming or you just did too much, this is something that can help in bringing your energy level back up a little bit, giving you more invigorating. It's good to help in releasing a lot of that extra cortisol that we've had for the day if we're overstressed, overwhelmed, did too much, whatever that looks like for you. So what does that lead into? Usually that leads into negative emotions. So let's bring back the positive emotions and not the negative emotions. So obviously it's great as an air freshener. And you know, you can make your own air fresheners. It's super easy. Go to, well, any place that has felt, where you can buy one piece of felt and you can cut it and make it look anything you want. Make it into a Christmas tree, you can make it into a star, whatever you want it to look like, and whatever color you want. You take your oil and put it on that, hang it from your window or your mirror, hang it from a knob anywhere in your car. You can hang it next to your air vent, you can hang it next to the heater, whatever you want, right? So there's a really super easy way for you to have your own air freshener, and it's non-toxic. It's toxin free. How you like that? And you can have a blend. You can put more than one oil on there. You can have all kinds of them. Day 1, day 2, day 3, everything can be different oils. It also is good. Any citrus is good for cleaning up your countertops or in the kitchen. If you want to smell, the kitchen smells good, here's an option for you because it's antibacterial. And being antibacterial, that makes it something we would want to use in our kitchen, right? And because it's that way, just like all your other citrus oils, we can smell, our kitchen will smell great. And anybody can come in the house and go, what you been cleaning with? It's like, well, it's just this. And all you have to do actually to clean your home is any spray bottle, okay, put your water in there, and it doesn't matter if it's a 4-ounce, 6-ounce, 10-ounce, whatever that looks like. You can put your essential oils in there. Now, the more water you have in the bottle, the more essential oil you want to use. And so now you can actually, add your essential oil in there on top of the water. So you have a 4-ounce bottle, usually 10 to 20 drops, depending on how much fragrance you want, is enough. So you can kind of go from there. It really depends on how much fragrance do you want. Now, every time you use it, you're going to shake the bottle because oil and water do not mix. This is just normal science from when we were in grade school, right? Oh, wait, maybe that's not taught anymore. I don't know. But oil and water don't mix, okay? You ever seen the oil and like vinaigrettes, you know, like you want oil and vinegar on your salad? They don't mix. Same idea. All right. Cleaning your kitchen. It's also very good for diffusing, and if you have an eating disorder, this can be very helpful for you when you just diffuse it in the air, because it just makes you feel like you've already eaten, really. And so eating disorders, if you happen to have one, reach out to somebody, because there's a lot of things that we can utilize when it comes to our essential oils and other products to help you with that. We're not going to get into that tonight. And just simply, you know, if you get a craving of any kind, just put the oil in your hand, take a deep breath, and smell. Help that release of the negativity and that little bit of anxiety that's going on. Just kind of help it relax, right? Because usually when we have any kind of addiction, especially even an eating disorder, we start feeling extremely stressed, and we don't want to do that. And of course, like I said, use it like a perfume. Even if you just like the smell, if we like the smell of something, guess what? We will actually function better. And it doesn't matter what happens through the day because we have something that we like the smell of. It's just aroma that helps us think and smell and function better. That's a really good thing. Now, if you want it to be an immune booster, it can help with that. It can also help with lymphatic drainage. You can put it a little bit under the nose, and you can apply it on the back of your neck. And there again, you can always apply it to the bottom of your feet. So if you want to go somewhere and not smell like this nice citrus blend, put it on the bottom of your feet. Works the same way. Now, here's one thing that I will say. Since this has all these nice citrus oils in there, you do not want to expose your skin that you use your essential oil on topically, because if you do that, you have the likelihoods of you getting burnt are like really high. So don't do that. What we call photosensitivity, that is a lot of your citrus oils are photosensitive. So don't go out in the sun. So don't apply it and then go to the beach all day if it's during the summertime. That's not a good mix, all right? Just so you know that. And try to stray away from that for at least 12 hours, okay? After you have applied. So this little bottle can be so many things for us. And if you look up each individual oil, there's so many things that the oil is capable of doing, even more than what we are. You want to change your mood, there again. If you want to change somebody else's mood, diffuse it. You can be the diffuser. Do you have someone that you work with that seems to be a little bit off a lot? Well, you be the diffuser, make their day, okay? And I have to say, I wasn't with Citrus Bliss, it was with Wild Orange, but we did an experiment one day with a waitress, and who we saw quite often, and we're like, hey, want to do something for us? And so she did. So we gave her Wild Orange, which is one of the citrus in this blend, and she wore it all day. She said she had the most tips that she'd ever gotten in that restaurant before, that whole day. And it's because even for her, she said it was very invigorating, it was very delightful, and it made everybody else the same way, happy. So that's what we want to be, right? Is happy, or at least somewhat happy. So change our negative emotions to a more positive emotion and diffuse. Be the diffuser, and be the diffuser for somebody else that needs that. Okay, that is so, to me, so amazing that we can even do that for people that don't know that they may be unhappy, or that they are too stressed out, or just having problems coping. This is a way for you and your essential oil to help somebody else without them even knowing. And I think that's great, right? And if you want to tell them, you can't. You know, that's like the kid that that runs down the hall and you're trying to put an oil on them, and they're like, I'm gonna go wash it off, and it's like too late, you already got it. So it's also something that will help create the creativity in our brain, because when we feel that positive emotion, we usually feel like we're invincible, right? We can do anything. We can just dive in there and do that. And the same thing, you just smell it. You can just take the lid off and smell, or put it in your hand and inhale. All right. Stick it by your bed in the morning. First thing in the morning when you get up, put a drop in your hand, rub it around, and see how your day goes. Does it make a difference? How was your day after inhaling that? So I'm going to share a couple things with you. And one of those is a hand cream that you can do. Now, doTERRA happens to have a unscented lotion that you can purchase. The reason it's unscented is because we can do things like this, where we can take our essential oil and put some of this lotion, put your oil and rub it in, and you have whatever fragrance you want for the day with your lotion for your hands. And that makes it, I think it's a beauty of it, because we can put it all over us and not have to worry about what else is in that product, right? Because most, I won't say all, but majority of the lotions you get out there have a lot of toxicity in them. And every single essential oil that they have in there is synthetically made. They don't have to tell you it's a true lavender or a true orange. They don't have to tell you that. It's a cosmetic. So cosmetics industry has a whole different variety and a whole different way of thinking, and the things that they can do where others can't. So if you want to do your own, okay, you can get, so this is a recipe for making your own hand cream. It's a 1/4 cup of argan oil, 3 tablespoons of beeswax, and 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. And then you want about 15 drops of citrus bliss. Okay, you heat up the beeswax, you add the coconut oil until it becomes a liquid. Okay, and then you add everything else. So you add your essential oil, and then pour it in a glass jar. So everything is melted, you pour it in a glass jar. The reason you want a glass jar is because you know that it won't, because it's going to eat plastic if you put it in plastic, because essential oils will eat plastic. Okay, if you want to try an experiment, get a styrofoam cup, put the water in it, and put 1 drop of your essential oil, doesn't matter which one, and then wait for it. You can have a ring. It will eat it. You'll never notice, but you'll notice the cup. Okay, you won't see it. So use that for massaging into your hands. Okay, and I keep falling apart. So there is your hand cream, right? Okay. Now for the surface cleaner, the same thing. Like I said, you can use any spray bottle and use about 15 drops to about 12 ounces of water, which is about a 4-ounce. Well, you do a 12-ounce bottle. You can also add white vinegar, about a 1/4 cup, and you can also add tea tree, about 10 drops. So if you've got like a 12-ounce or 12 to 16-ounce jar, glass or spray bottle, 15 drops of citrus bliss, 10 drops of tea tree, 1/4 cup of white vinegar, and then rest with water. Okay, and then make sure you shake it up every time. So that's what citrus bliss is. This is like I said again, it's very invigorating. Now, the reason why essential oils work for us is because it is something the body can recognize, and they can help us in many different facets. It's no different than aroma is no different than if we go outside, okay, and you've got flowers blooming everywhere and you can smell them, right? It smells great. But if you go somewhere and you go outside and you're out, and then all of a sudden maybe the skunk came through, or maybe you're near a place where they have a lot of skunk cabbage, something doesn't smell good. And you don't go that way, you go the opposite direction, right? But essential oils have vibrations to them, and they all have different constituents in them. And so citrus oils usually have a lot of limonene in them, which is very helpful for our immune system as well. So if we think about all the different oils that are in there, especially the tangerine is phenomenal. Well, they're all phenomenal for many different reasons. But this blend really does make the citrus oils come alive. And smelling them, knowing how they work is a blessing to all of us. They can, citruses again will bring out the compassion and the motivation and the positive emotions. So the next time you reach for an essential oil and you really want to get that extra boost, think about Citrus Bliss. Citrus Bliss is one of those that I always have. And I have tried it on ice cream. It's pretty good. But that was a long time ago. Do I use it that way all the time? No. Don't tell anybody. It's my secret. But I just told you. So there you have Citrus Bliss. Think about this, and you can use others along with it as well, like bergamot. You can add those in there to it. The Clementine, you can add a little more vanilla, which we do have Madagascar vanilla. We haven't talked about that yet. I love that. We just came out. So it's like you can add more vanilla if this is something that you want. Sky's the limit when it comes to diffusing and how we want to smell. Because when we diffuse, not only are we creating a great smell in our home and making our home smell good, but it's also helping clean up pathogens that are in the air, especially when it's wintertime and we don't open our homes very often or open our windows. So I hope you get a little information and enjoy your Citrus Bliss. We will be here again in 2 weeks, which will be on the 29th. And we will be talking about Claricom. So Claricom is another blend that doTERRA has put out there for women. So if you know anybody or you might have those hot flashes or cramps that time of the year brings, or that time of the month brings, not the year, then this is something you're going to want to listen to. So we'll see you on the 29th, 7 o'clock, right here, same channel, and we'll talk about Claricom. So you guys have a great evening, and we'll see you next time.